Welcome to the program, friend. I again thank all of you who have been praying for our family and especially for our son, Michael Winston, who has been stricken with cancer. We have relocated to Memphis so that he can be treated here at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which is a phenomenal institution. For those of you who support them financially, your money is very well contributed. As you know, unless you've been in a coma, which I know you haven't been, that's why you watch this program, House Majority Leader Eric Cantor was defeated in an insane upset by some political standards by a man named David Brat, who is a professor at a local college in Virginia. Cantor spent over $5 million, repeat, over $5 million in a primary, okay? And Mr. Brat spent under $200,000. So this is over 20 to 1, over 25 to 1. These kind of numbers are almost unheard of in a political setting. And according to one article I wrote, no House Majority Leader in the history of the Republic has been defeated in a primary. Now, what I want to use this moment to discuss is something very simple. This was about amnesty for immigrants. The end. That is all that Mr. Brat campaigned on. Now, the reason that this is critical is because if you have watched the news and the commentaries, or if you've read the news over the past few days since Mr. Cantor's stunning defeat, you will note that people like the New York Times and everyone who follows on their brazen trail have said repeatedly, this was not about immigration. This shows that the Tea Party is still alive and well. This shows that people are distrustful of the establishment and they want new people to come in, etc., etc. But anything but immigration. Now, the reason that I want you to ponder this for a minute, and by the way, some of you who are regular viewers of this show know that I have not taken as hard a stance against immigrants as some people. And I have a lot of reasons for that I am not going to go into today. But the reason that this is critical is because Phyllis Schlafly released a report a few months back showing that if these 11 million illegal aliens are granted amnesty over whatever window of time it's going to happen, that the vast majority of them are going to become Democrats. So you have to go back to when President Johnson created the Great Society programs, and up until 1960, the majority of the African American community associated with the Republican Party. After Presidents Kennedy and Johnson, they became maniacally Democrat in their political partisan orientation due to the government giveaways, okay? And if these illegal aliens, who are predominantly, but well over 90% of them are Hispanic in origin, if they are granted amnesty, allowed to become citizens and become voters, the vast majority of them are going to become Democrats. And that will relegate the Republican Party to a minority status for our lifetime, for the foreseeable future. And so I close with this thought. The issue is, are the Republicans going to be able to ever lead the country again? If you watch this program, you know that there are many days I have more contempt for the Republicans than I do the Democrats. But the truth of the matter is that the fight against the murder of innocent babies and the fight to keep marriage between a man and a woman legally instead of people of the same gender, those two critical, earth-shattering moral issues, all right, they find their home, their defense, inside of the Republican Party. And so for the sake of the babies who are being butchered by the millions, for the sake of the institution, the sacrament, the covenant of marriage. Those two reasons alone, all right? Not to mention socialism, Marxism, the redistribution of wealth. But those two issues will politically die if these 11 million illegal aliens become Democrat voters, because they're going to toe the Democrat Party line just like the African Americans do. And then we will continue on our plummet as a nation into the jaws of hell. So sometimes you're not sure what's really going on. Listen to what your enemies are saying. Listen to the shrill voice of your political adversaries, like Senator Chuck Schumer from New York. And then you'll figure it out. They don't want Cantor's loss to be about illegal immigration and amnesty, because if it is, then the other Republicans who are getting ready to cut this deal with the Democrats after the election are going to say, on second thought, we don't want to do this because we don't want our head on the chopping block like Eric Cantor's head was on the chopping block. Don't let anybody kid you. Eric Cantor's defeat to Mr. Brat was only about illegal immigration, because that's the only thing Mr. Brat campaigned on. This is the voice of resistance.